The relationship between parasite and host is self-explanatory in the name. It is a parasitic relationship. I learned that in sophomore biology class 8 years ago. I'd even had that quote framed on my wall. That was the class that set me on my path here. I'd ended up in the field of biology and now held a decent position as a senior researcher on a small team. Not head researcher, mind you. I'm not that important. But having 3 more years of experience than my junior researchers on the team, I was given the title and office of a senior researcher. The office isn't bad as I look around it for the first time since returning to work after I'd had a small accident. The tendrils that now coursed within my body flexed, moving my feet forward, then turned me and shut the door. It's a nice office, honestly, especially for someone of my position. A big oak desk on the far side of the room, the kind of desk that connects to the wall on the side to give you an extra table space, but it means I can only get in from the left. My brain knows this, and as the thought bubbles into my head, I can feel it being pulled out of my thoughts. Like a surgeon making a precise cut to remove some organ whose initial purpose has been outgrown. The thought of sitting from the left side of the chair bubbles up, then is removed, and stored within the other thing's mind. It flexes those tendrils again, moving my legs to the left side of the desk, then sits in the cozy black leather office chair I'd spent hours researching in. Taking another look around the room, I don't see much. I see only a potted plant in the corner. It was a gift from my sister, to make things a little more homey in here. The rest of the room is a blur. It is uninterested in everything else at the moment. It only wants me to see this, and to think of this. The plant is a hardy breed, with large green leaves. When she dropped it off, my sister had said she'd chosen it specifically for my work style. She knew how caught up I'd get in my research and projects, so she chose something that would last even if I forgot to water it. Though she'd also said I couldn't forget forever. After about 2 weeks, it'd start to wilt, then after 4, it'd die. It'd be uncharacteristic for me to let a gift from my sister die. This thought is my own, but also not. The other thing has made me think it. The tendrils in my legs tense, making me stand. It's been almost a week and a half since it has joined me in this body. The tendrils wrapped around my skeletal structure, tensing the same way muscles would to move my bone. Usually it's sudden, jerky, and ungraceful. I've gotten used to it. It walks me to the plant where there's still half a bottle of water I left in the pot itself before my accident. Carefully it moves my arm, then hand, and grabs the bottle, lifting it then pouring the water into the dirt for the plant. I don't know if it would have had the dexterity to take off the lid had I put it back on after the last watering, I think to myself. A feeling of confirmation reverberates within me. It seems to agree with my last thought, as it steers me back to my seat and sits waiting patiently. At first I'd tried everything I could to get rid of it, to get it out of my body. I'd scratch at my own skin until I bled. I swallowed the cups and cups of salty water to force myself to vomit. I'd even contemplated taking my own life once it showed me signs of being able to move my body. It had stopped me, though. It had taken those thoughts and buried them deep within me. It took my willpower to fight back, my drive to get it out, and my logic of trying to stop it. All that is left for me is to sit and wait patiently. As these thoughts go through my for now unoccupied mind, I can see I'm staring at the plaque on my wall. My lips and tongue move on their own for the first time as it speaks. The relationship between parasite and hosts is self-explanatory in the name. It is a parasitic relationship.